I'm talking all about confidence and what does confidence have to do with success. Hey love, you're listening to the Mums in Biz Show and I'm Victoria. Every week I'll bring you the unvarnished version of what it means to be a mum running a brilliant business, what you need to be doing to get it to where you want it to be, and a healthy dose of how to get the heck out of your own way. Let's dive in. Hello, good afternoon, my lovely friends, and welcome to today's episode of the Mums in Biz Show. We are at episode 19 today, and I'm talking all about confidence and what does confidence have to do with success. You might be surprised at what we've got to say today. What are we talking about today? I am going to explore confidence a little bit more. It's pretty ironic that in striving to be more confident, we can actually undermine our confidence completely. And so I'm going to talk about what exactly is confidence and how is it, or is it at all, linked to our success, any part of our lives actually. And so it's definitely something that you have more influence over than you think you do. So stick around for the rest of this episode. I think you're going to get quite a lot of value out of it. And my goal is that it's really thought-provoking for you. I want you to walk away really challenging yourself on some of those things that we just actually take for granted around how we think about things. I'm actually going to start with a dictionary definition today for you. What is confidence? So the dictionary says that confidence is the feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. Let me say that again. The feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. Now, there's a few things I want you to really take note of in that definition. Some of the words that are there, did you notice them? Feeling, belief, and faith. See, confidence isn't a concrete thing. We think about it as this really tangible thing, and we place all this meaning on it and what confidence depends on. When I have this experience or achieve this result, then I will have the confidence to do X, Y, Z. And it's tangible, but it's not. It's about feelings. It's about our belief systems. It's about having faith in outcomes and faith that things will happen. It's actually about having faith that action will happen. And if you think about some of the words that we use, so I just don't have the confidence to do that. I just don't have the confidence to try that yet. I'm not confident enough to try that yet. I'll try that when I have a bit more experience. I'm not going to go live every week to my audience because I'm not confident enough to go live. I'm not confident that I know what I'm talking about. So I need to build all my content first. All these stories that we tell ourselves. I'm not a confident person. We wrap confidence and this whole concept of confidence up in our self-identity, that fundamental belief set that we have about ourselves and who we are and what we stand for, and we wrap confidence up in that. And that then shapes every thought and feeling that we have, every action that we take or don't take. It's really, really amazing. And so this is why I wanted to delve into this today, because I think, I think of myself as a confidence coach. Yes, I'm a business coach, but by far and away the thing that I work on the most with my clients and every mum in business that I talk to is confidence in some aspect of their business or overall. And so we tell ourselves these stories about our confidence, but they're just that, they're stories. They're based on our experiences or the things that people have said to us or what we've observed or read. Everything is influenced by our environment because confidence is just another mindset thing. Does that make sense? It was one of the turning points for me when I realized that confidence is it's not factual. You are not confident or not confident. It's all about belief. It's all about how you feel about things. So let me ask you this. I want to try and come at it from a couple of different angles today so that you can just start to think about it a little bit differently and see if something clicks for you. So, if confidence is about having faith that something will happen, having belief in something, do you feel confident that you know what to do to brush your teeth in the morning? I feel pretty confident that I can brush my teeth. What about putting clothes on? Now, I'm not talking about choosing clothes. I'm not talking about how you feel in those clothes, but do you know what to do to put clothes on? Do you have confidence that when there are clothes in front of you, you can get yourself dressed? What about walking? What about breathing? There are things that we take for granted that we have absolute confidence in our ability to do them. Yeah? And so we wrap up then this whole concept of what I can and can't do and my confidence to do so in things that we haven't tried before. But there was a point where you learned how to brush your teeth, you learned how to get dressed, you learned how to walk, you learned how to breathe. And confidence is about being able to rely on someone to do something or for something to happen. But we make it about self-belief, and we make it about self-identity, and we make it this prerequisite. I must be confident before I can go out and do something. And we make it this really big, scary concept, and then it gets all wrapped up and we use it to as an excuse for not doing the things that we know we need to do to make an impact in our business or our lives or whatever the thing might be that we're working towards at the moment. Okay? So think about this then for me. I want you to think about a hobby or a skill that you have. Have you got one? All right. I'm going to throw out some examples. I love to knit. Now, I don't doubt my ability to start a knitting project. I don't necessarily have the confidence to start a really complex one, but I know that I'd be able to figure it out because I know that I can follow instructions. I have confidence in my ability to follow instructions and to ask for help. Yeah? Do you doubt yourself when you set out to bake a cake? Maybe you love baking. Maybe you love making brownies. Maybe you love making savory things. Do you doubt or lack confidence in baking a cake? Or getting a goal in netball? Maybe sport is one of your hobbies. Or maybe you collect things. Maybe you collect crystals, or you love oils, or cookbooks. I love buying cookbooks. I love really beautiful cookbooks, and I have no doubt in my ability to find a beautiful cookbook whenever I walk into a store that sells books. I don't let those things define my self-worth and identity, and I bet you don't either. When you think about your hobbies, they don't define your self-worth and your identity. But the meaning that we attach to how confident we feel, we also attach to what we can achieve with the thing that we are attempting. And when that's associated to our business, it's just amplified out of this world in terms of how hard things feel. Don't you think? I know that when I was getting started in Knit Tea coaching, I didn't feel confident in my ability to build an online business. And I placed so much meaning, and I'll get to this a little bit more in a second. I placed so much meaning on the success of my business, whatever the heck that meant at the time. And I just felt all this angst with every new thing that I did because I didn't have confidence that I would be able to produce the result I was looking for. And I tied that all back into, well, I'm not good at content marketing. I'm not good at live. I, don't know how to build an online business. And it tapped into my confidence and was, really for a while there shaping my identity as a business owner, and that's a lot of power that we give to this concept of self-confidence. And I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because we often are creating our business from a place of passion and something we really want to happen. And we're also doing it as mums often to create a different world for ourselves, a different reality, a different type of life, or just a reshaping of the options that we have. And so there's so much wrapped up, in the importance of the outcome. So think about this for a second then. How do you feel about the results that you want to get in your business? Think about the feelings that come up for you. Are you excited? Fearful? Maybe a bit anxious? Maybe when you think about long term where you want to be, you get some sensations of anxiety, pressure. Pressure was certainly something that I felt a lot in the early days. Maybe it's energized. Maybe you get really pumped up when you think about it. Maybe it's a roller coaster of all of those things. And they are such intense emotions. And so now think about when you try something in your business and it either goes your way or it doesn't. You get the result or you don't. How do you feel after that? Maybe you feel incredibly elated, and if it doesn't go that way, completely deflated and defeated. They're big emotions to attach to an outcome of a thing that you're just trying. Gail says so much expectation which causes anxiety. Yeah, completely. When in actual fact, we don't have those same expectations on our children. When our babies are infants, they just are, and we feed them and we love them and we help them grow, and God willing, they sleep a little bit. But we don't have all this expectation. We know that they're a person, but, they have to grow and develop and they will get there eventually. And, maybe they're a 2-year-old who can't yet do something. I don't even follow what all the things my 2-year-old should be doing are, but, we don't attach all this meaning to it. We're like, do you know what? She's going to learn. She'll get there. It'll be fine. But we don't do that with our businesses, and they're not that dissimilar to a baby. Like, they start young and they have to grow and they have to stumble and they have to learn, and, all this stuff has to happen, and we need to do that with them. But we have all this expectation. And if we don't do it fast, like all the gurus that we see on Facebook and Instagram say we should be able to do, there's that word again, that should word, then I'm not good enough and I can't create that result. And we let that get all wrapped up in our confidence and our ability to grow. So what if, though, it was nothing but a result? What if every time you tried something, it was just a result? You could completely detach feeling about yourself from the actual result. You do a post and people either like it and comment or they don't. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that what you said wasn't important or valuable or whatever. Maybe there was a heap of stuff in the feed that day and the algorithm didn't favor your post. There could be 100 different reasons as to why each one of those outcomes happened. That is what I'm talking about when I say, what does confidence actually have to do with success? Because the meaning that we attach to success, whatever that definition of success looks like for us, we tie it all up in our sense of self-worth, our confidence that we can achieve. And so if we have a huge amount of expectation around our business and how fast we want it to grow and what that's going to look like, and we have anxiety attached to it, we bring that feeling into every little thing that we do to try and get results and traction. We are attached to the outcome. We have emotions attached to the outcome. We place a meaning on the outcome, the result, and then that meaning comes back into our confidence and it undermines us. When really, confidence is just about belief and trust and faith in yourself to do something. It's not about the outcome. It's just about taking action and having a go. So if you could shift your confidence, if you could shift how you measure your confidence in that, yeah, I'll have a go, well, you can be confident that you're going to take action, and you can be confident and trust yourself and have faith in the fact you're just going to keep taking action. If you could start to find your confidence in having a go at something, in being confident that you are okay with stepping out your comfort zone a bit, do you think that that would make a difference? I would love for you to tell me in the comments. This is really, really important, and it can completely undermine our ability to consistently take action. That's what all the gurus are really just talking about. Just do something, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work. Yeah, because with every result, everything in your business generates either a result or a lesson that you needed to learn. So if we can keep it back at that level and stop attaching meaning to it, because either that post got a great result and that was awesome and we'll do more of that, or it didn't get a great result and we've learned something, because we're able to look back maybe across the posts that we've done over the last couple of weeks and gone, do you know what? When I do story posts, I get a lot of engagement. And when I do posts that are just a statement, I don't get a lot of engagement. So what I've learned from that is that if I do more story posts, I'm going to get engagement from my particular audience. Does that make sense? Well, that's empowering, because that's information you can do something with, and you can have confidence that you're going to continue taking action on the things that are going to start to get more results, as an example. Okay. And being confident that you're okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone just a bit every single day. Well, I can do that. I might not be brave enough to go and, I can't think of an example right now. Maybe you don't love public speaking. And you're like, you know what? I can get up the confidence to go live in one of my groups where I feel really comfortable and see what happens. I can do that. I might not be brave enough to go live and commit to going live every single week on my business page or on my profile. God forbid, that's actually quite terrifying. I've done it. And I probably wouldn't go jump on a stage, let's say. That might be, that's too far out of my confidence zone and my comfort zone, sorry. But I could go live in a group where I feel safe. I could do that. You can have confidence that you're okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone a little bit. And then eventually that becomes really comfortable. And you're like, well, it's no big deal to just go live on my business page then. And eventually, you're getting interaction from people and you're like, oh, actually, it's probably no big deal. I could go that networking event that I go to. I really love all those ladies. I could get up and talk about my business there. And you start to expand your comfort zone. And you can have confidence that you will continue to expand your comfort zone just by having a go at something and either getting a result or learning something. That is what is going to start to move you forward. Okay? That is what is going to build your confidence. That is what is going to get you to a point where you have success. And I'm using these because success is what you decide it's going to be. We all define success for ourselves. When I returned to work in my corporate role after having my first daughter, I had to completely redefine what success looked like for me, because I couldn't be the director that I used to be and be the mum that I wanted to be. I had to figure out what this new world of success looked like. And it's no different to you. And I'm constantly redefining what success looks like for me. And then making sure that I'm doing the things that make me feel successful. They're all just about feelings. And not placing meaning and interpretation on outcomes. Let go of the outcome. You can have confidence that you will take action. So that's why I talk about mindset and self-belief and confidence and finding the right way up for you. Because that is really, I really, really firmly believe this, that is what it is all about in business. The work that we do on ourselves to release the outcome and start to become a leader of our own business, of ourselves, of our clients, standing up for something, believing in your ability to create change, making informed and calculated choices, but mostly it's just having a go and taking consistent action. You will get results if you take consistent action and you focus on learning and increasing the things that get result and making changes based on the things that don't get result. And obviously doing that in a way where I don't know if you noticed, but I did say making informed and calculated choices. So have a strategy, know where you're going, know what that's going to look like, or at least have an idea of what that's going to look like, and know what you're focusing on right now to get you to the next point. Because that's all we're doing. We're kind of going, okay, it's going to look like this in 90 days. Anyone can plan for 90 days, yeah? And so these are the things, the two things that I'm going to focus on for the next 90 days to get me to that point. And then I'm going to focus on the next two things, or whatever it is that you've got capacity and headspace and all of that good stuff to be able to deal with, and sometimes your 18-month-old is cutting teeth and you can only do one thing for that 30-day period because nobody's getting any sleep or any sanity. And so we revisit that and we redefine what success is going to look like, because this is what I can actually deal with right now. Okay, so that's why I talk about this stuff. It's so important. So I say to you, are you doing your affirmations? Do you know what your self-beliefs are? Have you explored recently? Like, it's something that we do don't say should. It's one thing that's really valuable to look at regularly, is what are those underlying core beliefs. We don't often revisit them, and they shape so much about how we think and what is happening for us, okay? So explore your limiting beliefs. Think about what's holding you back. Know where your confidence beliefs are actually sitting. And that's a wrap for today's episode. If you enjoy listening to the Mums in Biz show, I would love for you to leave us a review on iTunes, and be sure to post a snap of you enjoying the show on Instagram and tag me at nicole.tuerick. You can also join in the conversation with me in the Mums in Biz tribe on Facebook. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Mums in Biz show.